Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Two females shot in Torrington Park. Two females have been hospitalized after being shot in Torrington Park in Kingston on Monday evening. Reports are that the women were in the community about 8:30 p.m. when they were approached by a lone gunman who opened fire, hitting them before escaping on foot. The victims were subsequently rushed to hospital. Their conditions are not considered life-threatening. Police are investigating. Baby shot in Sunlight Street home, now stable. Mother of 7-month-old baby who was shot and injured when gunman invaded their home Sunday night on Sunlight Street in Kingston says doctor advised her yesterday that the child is now stable. However, the mother, Sherry Barr, said due to COVID-19 protocols, she will not be able to see her child at hospital until today. The child's grandmother, Sherika Davis, who said the incident happened about 11 p.m., said she wished she was the one who got injured instead of her granddaughter. Me feel bad ya now, me weak bad, and me grandchild that, and me take her up and see bare blood after the shooting. Right now, it pull me up bad for see her in the hospital, she said. She recalled being in the house with her 22-year-old daughter and mother of the child when they heard explosions. When it fire start, we a look fi come out of the bed, fi go underneath the bed. When we a go underneath the bed, and my daughter that ball out, mommy, the baby get shot, Davis said. So same time now, blood start run and we start to panic and we open the door and call my cousin outside. Gunshot start reach we same way, we have to go back in. After him come and by the time him come, we see the police jeep a come, she continued. They were escorted to the hospital by the police, she said. When the house and bed riddled with gunshot holes, Davis said, and my place them come shoot up, and me no in no wrongdoing. Man a fire gun, woman na fire gun, pikini na fire gun, and them come shoot up me house, and come shoot up me grand pikini. That no good, that no nice. Davis is worried that the shooting was intentional due to the directions of the shot and the fact that it managed to make its way under the bed where she was hiding, even though the shooters were outside in the yard. The police said no arrests have been made in connection with the shooting. Man gunned down in Portmore, St. Catherine. The police in Portmore, St. Catherine are yet to establish a motive for the shooting death of a man in Newland on Sunday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as 39-year-old Gvn Bennett, a utility worker of a Portmore address. The police report that Bennett went to visit a co-worker on Newland Road after dropping off his 7-month-old child at his grandparents'. It is reported that about 1:58 p.m., 3 men rolled up in a white Nissan AD wagon without registration plates and opened fire, hitting Bennett multiple times to his upper body. He was pronounced dead at hospital. The co-worker he was sitting with in the front of the yard reportedly saw the 3 men exited the car, armed with guns, and fled before they were able to get to him. Never Bennett, the deceased man's father, said that his son was not the target of the attack. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. They wanted somebody else, and I knew that of a fact. According to him, the shooting is a reprisal for the killing of a 69-year-old Paulette Brown, who was shot and killed at her house about 3 a.m. on Saturday by gunmen who kicked open her door and peppered her with bullets. My son is not a wrongdoer. He was waiting on his COVID-19 test result to take up a job in the Cayman Islands, and now he is gone. Me feel it till I can hardly talk. They killed a good man who no involved in a nothing, the father said. Another man, Craig Sinclair, narrowly missed death when the gunmen also fired at his white Toyota motor car as he pulled up to pick up his grandchild near to where the attack occurred. I observed the white AD wagon without plate pulled in behind me. From my rearview mirror, I saw that they were coming out with guns in hand and started shooting at Gvn, who was sitting near the fence on a chair with his back turned to where the men approached from, Sinclair revealed. I started to move away, with one of the men fired several shots to the direction of the motor vehicle side of my car. If I didn't lean my head forward, when I heard the first shot, I would have got flushed in the back of my head, he continued. Sinclair believed the men were trying to kill him because he was on the scene of the crime. In the meantime, residents are calling for more police presence along Newland Road and adjoining streets. A relative of the deceased man said The police have not been effective in crime fighting in the area, and there is a fear that the violence will continue. Hanover woman charged with arson, burglary. A Hanover woman has been charged with arson, burglary and larceny for setting a man's house on fire. Anisha Buckner, 34, a domestic worker of Claremont, was charged on Friday, a day after she was taken into custody, where the police said she admitted to committing the crime. She was arrested following an intense investigation. Her court date is being finalized. The police report that about 8 p.m. on Monday, July 5th, a man securely locked his house in the community of Claremont and left for work. Shortly after, he received a phone call informing him that his house is on fire. The fire department was called, which conducted a cooling down operation. Damage was estimated at $3 million according to the police. The police said the investigations revealed that the fire was the work of an arsonist. Evidence collected at the scene led investigators to Buckner. Children's home chef arrested after disabled ward sexually assaulted. A suspect is now in police custody in connection with the sexual assault of a disabled ward of the state at a Western Jamaica children's home. The assault reportedly occurred last month. The suspect, who is employed as a chef at the children's home, surrendered to the police on Saturday in the presence of his attorney, the police reported. He is to be interviewed by detectives. According to police sources, the teen ward was in the yard at the children's home when a man called her for a mango. It's reported that she refused. The man then approached her and pulled her by the hand to the back of the premises where the sexual assault occurred. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.